Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if RJ's ever going to leave here. I'm not saying he is, but if he does, wouldn't it be cool to like send him somewhere where he had a superstar personality that we could all still watch? Well, what's up, guys? It's Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and it's hot. It is hot in Oklahoma, and a lot of you guys wonder and ask and want to know why we don't see more that you guys don't get to see more of the animals lately. And if you'll go back over the history of our channel, summertime's just that way. It's just stinking hot, and I try not to mess with the animals too much throughout the day, early in the morning and late in the evening. So it's almost 8 p.m. and according to my watch, it's still 88 degrees outside, so super hot. And it's finally cooling off a little bit in the evening. But I've got all the chores done and fed and watered everybody. And Larry's being Larry over there. Pepper dumped her feed out. Steve's sharing with the geese back there. And I'm not sure what Isaac's doing. He's just being Isaac. But I got a few things that I want to get done before it gets dark. But I don't know if you guys have noticed, we've been a little bit busy this summer. We've been a little bit busy the last couple weeks for sure. You know, we went down to, back up a few weeks, we were in Arkansas with Cole and Jay, come home for a little while. Then we were in Louisiana with Jared from outside the levees. Came home for just a couple days, and then Houston and I took off to Chicago. Greg Whitstock, Greg the pond guy, who built Houston's koi pond up by the patio, which I'm going to go up there in a little bit. Greg invited us to an event just for a bunch of YouTube and social media influencers. Aquatopia is what he called it. But we were just kind of really just hanging out, doing, you know, talking, learning, teaching, all things social media, and just kind of learning best practices from each other and what's working and what's not. But we did spend some time doing some pond tours, and I'm telling you, ooh, man, I might not should have done that. I may have my heart set on some of these things that we saw the last couple days. Check this out.
You got it?
Buy one at a show one time.
And then
You better think about that.
Actually, that would be
Yeah,
okay.
There you go. I think we're
Show us where a pond might be someday.
I think we're trespassing right now. Get off of my lawn!
Oh, this is the house that they condemned.
Now this one's cool. We've been to some places. I can't wait to go back and see. This is actually a 9-foot deep swim pond back here, but this nice long creek. You know, we're creek life people, right? So this one's pretty cool. So it starts all up by the house. The creek comes down. We're calling it a creek, right? We're calling it a creek. Flows down into a swimming area, like a swim pond, a recreational pond that is 9 feet deep, with some stones, some big rocks to jump off of. The water is crystal clear. Houston, you gonna jump in?
I want to, but it's too cold.
We dyed the water. So we use this, I don't know the blue dye, with like a midnight black dye. And it's just enough, you can still see through it, but it's just enough to filter into the sun.
Larry? Evening, sir. You doing all right, buddy? You don't have much to say. Can you gobble for me? No, not a gobbling mood today, huh? All right. Your girlfriend's over here. What's her name? You got to know her very well yet? She's still kind of young. Oh, and another thing I was going to update you guys on. DJ and I stopped by her warehouse merchandise facility building. It's coming along. We stopped by there today. The guys weren't working. They basically come out and work from about 6 a.m. to noon, 6 a.m. to 1, until it gets too hot. That steel heats up. You know, it's close to 100 degrees outside, but that steel just gets 110, 120, 130, maybe even more. And it gets really hot. Doesn't it, Fancy? Huh? Do you get really hot out here? Or you just chilling? You and Steve getting along? Well, the merch building's starting to take shape. You can kind of see a little bit of what's going on now, DJ. Can you see it? Is your vision coming to you of the building yet?
Yeah, it's getting way better.
It's getting better. So this is going to be, well, obviously a big overhead door. I don't know if you guys can see. It's hard when you can't see it all at once. It's hard to get a perspective, but they're starting to get almost all of the steel framing done, and we'll walk you around to kind of show you the front door areas down here. I don't know, maybe you guys can kind of tell. There'll be windows, you know, towards the corner over here. The front door is going to be in this opening here, and then big overhead door, which I think that opening, what you're seeing, is actually going to have a big overhead door and a walk-through door in this opening area right here. You remember, is the door going to be on the walk-through door going to be on this side or that side? I can't remember. I think it's right there.
I don't know. We've changed it.
Pretty much right where you're at. Yeah, so originally the door was going to go on, there's two plates right here in the concrete. That's where a walk-through door was going to go. But by the time you got this interior wall, well, they're blocking everything with their lift. That interior wall was going to be basically right here, and then you got bathroom coming off of it, and they didn't account for enough space.
Yeah.
So we just moved the door to the other side, and so there'll be, I think that's, yeah, he put a plate in the concrete there. Well, there's a plate in the concrete there. That's probably for the overhead door. He's gonna have to set an upright here. I don't know if you guys can even understand what I'm saying, but almost all of the steel framing's done. The opening for that overhead door, so there'll be a large overhead roll-up door there, and then a walk-through door next to it. You can't have too many doors.
No.
Can't have too many doors. So at least, you know, once we get everything done, I mean, everything will have heat and air in here, but on a nice day, you'll be able to open up that door. That's north, facing north, and open this one up a couple feet, and you can work in here with a nice breeze.
Be nice.
That's the problem with my shop. With only one overhead door, it gets really hot. Like, it's, I'm gonna say really hot. It gets stuffy.
Yeah.
So flow through breeze is good, but we're making progress. Well, Asher is making progress.
Yeah.
Progress is being made on the building, and it's getting closer. He did buy a new lift. This was something that he just got, and I think it really, really helped them tremendously on this job, because those steel trusses are made out of I-beams, and they are very heavy. So this is way more than just a pole barn. A lot of people thought we were just building a pole barn and insulating it and calling it a shop building with an apartment in it. This is a pretty serious building.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, these are I-beams. Look, like I'm a big person with big hands. That is probably a 10-inch, maybe bigger I-beam. You know, so all the uprights are all I-beam, trusses are I-beam with C-purlin in between. Shouldn't go anywhere.
Nope.
I mean, if you were strapping down a load, what you would say is, she ain't going nowhere, right?
Sure.
It's mandatory. A man has to say that. It has to say it. What were you gonna say? You said, hey. Oh,
Hey.
have you told them? Have you told them what color the building's going to be and all of that?
Well, I mean, early on I showed the
Early on?
picture.
Well, your sheet metal's here. I saw it the other day.
Oh, I didn't know it was here.
Yeah, it's here. So DJ changed her mind. It looks like she went with cream color.
No.
No?
I don't know what that is.
It's just called a cover sheet.
To protect it?
It's like when you're doing a term paper. You remember in school?
Yeah.
And your English teacher made you have a cover sheet?
Yeah.
That's a cover sheet, just to protect it, because you see it's all scratched up. Yep. But their actual color is underneath. It's black. DJ is building a black building.
I am.
Solid black. What color are you putting on the trim?
Black.
What color are your garage doors going to be?
Black.
Black on black on black.
That's right. It's going to look sweet.
What are you going to do for the front door? Like the front door of the apartment?
Probably a wood.
What about like the entrance doors to the shop?
I don't know. Haven't made it that far yet.
Don't know yet.
Don't know yet.
Yeah, so DJ decided She wanted a black building with black trim with black garage doors. I've never seen one in my life done like that.
I've shown you multiple.
Not in person.
Okay, I see what you say.
I'm not talking about Pinterest.
No, on my Oklahoma Barn Dominion page. I've shown
Okay,
you.
Facebook. I'm not talking about pictures. We are like groundbreaking here in southern Oklahoma. I've never seen a solid black building. But we're going to spray foam insulate it. We talked to, I think we got everything lined out with the spray foam guys. As soon as they get all of the sheet metal on, that's what, we'll be spray foaming pretty soon. We're going to do 2 inches of closed cell spray foam all the way, all the walls, the ceiling, and then come back inside after that and do 4 inches of open cell insulation spray foam on the ceiling, on the roof. So that's 6 inches of insulation on the roof, all spray foam, 2 inches on the walls. So it should be insulated very well. We hope, because the black building's going to get hot.
Well, it should be insulated well for what it's cost.
It does. It's very true. So, anyways, there's your update on the merch building. It's a slow process. All the welding, all the framing's coming along. They're just about done with all of that. And once they start putting sheet metal on the walls and the roof, that'll go very fast. Like you'll see a lot of progress there. We got to start on electrical and all that stuff. We got to get an electrician out here and figure out if we're going to do the electrical before we spray foam or after. Some people like to do it before so that it's all locked into the walls. You can do it after and then run it through conduit so that it's exposed. And I don't mind that look at all. I think it's okay. But we'll figure that out. And yeah, merch building's coming along. It's much slower than what we anticipated, but we're making progress. Charlie, I got an idea. You want to come hang out with me for a while? You want to walk up to the house? We'll go up to the patio. Something totally new we've never done. Come on, Charlie. This little guy right here, I know it's Houston's bird. I know the emu's supposed to be Houston's, but he's quickly becoming a farm favorite around here. Aren't you, Charlie? It's a very interesting animal, to say the least. Come on, Charlie. You want to go up to the house with me for a little while? Come see the patio? Now, I don't know if Charlie would follow me up to the house or not. Right now, he just wants back in the pen. Oh, there. I squatted down, didn't I? Right now, Charlie just wants back in the pen with the rest of the birds. I'll see if he'll follow me. Charlie's a interesting character, to say the least. He's been very fun learning about an emu and learning their habits and what they do. And they do get bird brain sometimes. He gets stuck in a corner and can't get out sometimes, but I think Charlie's gonna fit in really well around here. Charlie, have you met Farrah? She will kick. She does like to kick sometimes. She's a little aggressive. All right, Charlie wants in with the other birds, I think, is what Charlie wants. Hey, Charlie, you don't want to go in there with Farrah right now, I don't think. You want to go roam with the birds for a while? Go be one of the big birds? You think you're one of the geese? Do you fit in with their flock? Hey, watch it, goose. What is it, buddy? Huh? You want to chew on a finger for a minute? Watch out for Larry. Larry's over here being Larry. Oh, now you want to gobble? Uh-huh. Listen, Charlie, I'm married. You can't. I'm already taken. You can't take my ring off. That's not cool. Are you a boy or a girl? I really want to know. Are you a boy or a girl, Charlie? Hey, you're sitting in donkey poop. Get up. Get off the ground. That's a gross spot. Hey, Larry, back up. You can't. That don't work. We can't have no turkey emus. Temus. There goes Charlie. Quite the debacle around here with this mixture of animals we've got going on. Anyways, back on the subject of Aquascape and Greg Whitstock and You know, it's really, I was telling DJ, it's really cool, really interesting to get to hang out with a guy like Greg. Greg is the founder, CEO of a very large company. And it's good to hang out with people like that. You know, your brain needs that, I feel like. I don't know. I'm not a business person per se. I don't own a big business, but it's good to go meet people like that and get to know people like that and have people like that you can call when you have questions and stuff. But as far as the ponds go, geez, guys, we went on a pond tour one day and went and saw several different places. And I'm telling you, that one with the big long creek and the big swim recreation pond, holy, it was amazing. It was really cool at what those guys can build. And nothing, you know, Houston's little pool pond, his little koi pond or whatever, nothing close to that. But I could definitely foresee in the future adding on and doing some other things out here, because I've really probably got as much enjoyment out of this pond as Houston has. I promise you. What are you boys doing? Huh? You just abandon your post at the barn, buddy? Hey, goats. Are y'all hungry? I got a bucket of feed for you. And RJ. Anybody hungry? Hey, dump that water out of that bucket, buddy. It rained last night. Got to get the water out before we can feed you. All right, RJ, I poured a little out on this rock for you, buddy. So I know the goats like to headbutt you and push you around a little bit. RJ, you're a good guy. You know that? You're just a good old boy. You know, DJ and I were talking a couple days ago, and Lambert, don't come up here and take his food away. We were talking the other day, and you know, we've had alpacas for, I don't even know, 4 years now, maybe, something like that. And for the most part, alpacas just don't have a lot of personality. They don't enjoy being touched. They don't enjoy people being around them for the most part. Rufus was a little, he could tolerate people. All of our females, they don't like attention. They don't like to be touched and all that. Look at Skip up here eating. Skip, you getting your belly full up there? But RJ, you know, was born here. Rufus is a little miracle baby, and we kind of hand raised him and really kept him gentle and tame and been close to him. And I know he can be aggravating sometimes. He's got his daddy's personality for sure. But we're just debating, like, what does the future look like for RJ? You know, because realistically, out of all the females we have, he could really only breed Tina, because Dolly's his mom, Reba's his sister, and Lucy's got those hip problems, and we're not really sure we ever really want to breed her again unless we can figure that out. And that just leaves Tina, one female that he could even breed on our whole property. And RJ was an unplanned surprise, to say the least, and we absolutely love him. But after, you know, we sent Jesse to Cog Hill Farm, DJ's little mini donkey baby from this year, and that's been the greatest thing, watching them interact with Jesse and see them fall in love with Jesse. It's just been really cool. And I don't know if RJ's ever going to leave here. I'm not saying he is, but if he does, wouldn't it be cool to, like, send him somewhere where he had a superstar personality that we could all still watch? Would you like that? Would you like to have a girlfriend maybe somewhere? Girlfriend or 2 or 3 or 4, or I don't know. Somebody that's got alpacas? Hello? No comment? You don't like me interrupting your dinner? All right. And I don't know. Like I said, we're still just kind of talking and trying to figure out what the future looks like here or somewhere else for RJ. And the honest truth is we raise a lot of animals. We have babies, different livestock and stuff, but they're not all meant to stay here. The problem is you get super attached to them. You learn their personalities. You guys learn their personalities, And we want to keep them all. We do. We absolutely do. But we just can't. Okay, so back to the patio. So Houston's little koi pond is Aquascape Ecosystem Pond. The water is looking great. The water quality is great. I've got a couple lights I've got to replace. I pulled that rock back and was messing with some of the cables and stuff. I had a couple lights that point up to the waterfall that went out. But I bought some plants today. We're gonna, well, as you can see, we have not done our patio plants for the year. We've got pots that are empty and stuff. So DJ and I were in town. We don't have any kids this evening. It's just her and I. So we picked up a few flowers, a fern, you know, some caladiums and different plants to, you know, to put in there, and a few of our pots. But as far as our fish pond goes, hang on, let me grab a little fish food. Houston's koi pond, it is Houston's, I say that, but I promise you, I get as much enjoyment out of it as he does, maybe more. But he's been working with the fish. I feed him, he feeds them. There's 2 koi and 2 goldfish. We did have 3 koi and 3 goldfish, but over the winter, I don't know if I ever told you this, but over the winter, we lost 1 of each. And I think it was an owl. An owl or a hawk probably got them out of the water. I don't think anything else did. Bear doesn't let any other predators come up here. But they're so cool. They're so neat to watch. You know, they're just, I don't know, something peaceful about water. But the water quality is just great. This thing is like no maintenance. But I bought a few extra plants. I got a few little flowers. I got a different shrub. I'll probably go back and buy 2 of those. It was a pomegranate shrub, not necessarily a tree. It's like a flowering shrub. But our 2 grasses died there, and I don't know, not enough sunlight probably. And I put an Indian hawthorn bush there. It's not going to flower probably until next spring. But some of our hostas are doing great. Like that big giant hosta looks amazing. But some of these other varieties are not doing so well. A lot of the stuff that's around this pond is like this grass right here. It looks kind of messy, but it looks natural. It actually came from our creek, and so did all of that grass over there. But I don't know, this is just one of those things that kind of, like Greg says, it's a lifestyle, the aquascape lifestyle, and I believe it. But could you imagine? Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Hope Greg's watching. But what if we didn't tear this out, but what if we added on? You know that video where that stream that goes down into the swim recreation pond? We could tie into this one and take a stream down around this slope. I know it's hard to see slope on video, but let it slope down here into a recreation pond back there. Maybe you can look at it from a different angle here, but that slopes downhill right here. So tie into the pond there, have a little stream that comes around, and off of our patio, you know, this whole area out here, you could dig it out, excavate it, and make a perfect spot for a recreation pond. And then Earl could go swimming anytime he wanted. Huh, Earl? You like swimming, don't you? It'd be like living the creek life on the patio. Patio creek life. That's it. We'll put one of these on either side and these 2 in the middle. Yeah, that'll look good. That'll be pretty. Bear approved. I think he really cares.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was thinking.
Oh, no.
You know, I was with Greg and all this aquascape stuff, and you know that, see, it's perfect. See, look, even Bear enjoys the aquascape pond. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I mean, how cool would it be, really, if there was like, we tied into that and went down the hill with a little creek, and it'd be like waterfalls all the way down to a nice big recreation swimming pool. We're not going to call it a pool because it's a recreation pond.
Yeah. I thought we talked about it.
We did?
Yeah,
You like that idea?
I don't know. But we have a septic system back
Well, the septic tank's not in the way. The septic tank's not in the way right there. There is a telephone line and a water line. That stuff can be addressed. The septic tank is like farther around the corner behind the house. Okay, I like your idea. It's great. Awesome. Bear, Mom approves. She said your pool is too small for you, buddy. And if you're going to hang out in here like Bella used to, you got to have a bigger one, right? See, this is like a Gemma size pond. All Gemma does is chase frogs, but, you know, Bear likes to get in and cool off on a nice hot day. Don't you, Earl? Hey, Izzy. Finishing your dinner? Look who's getting along. Look at this. Look how trashy. Oh, easy. Look at this. We're making progress. Trashy's still a little grouchy, but you're getting better, aren't you, Trashy? You and Izzy are tolerating each other. It's better than you could do a few weeks ago, huh? I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but there's not a dry spot left on my shirt after working out here for 30, 45 minutes, and it's almost completely dark. It would be nice. I'm just saying, it would be nice to be able to walk out here off the end of the patio and go for a swim. I've always been 100% against a pool. I don't want a pool. I've never wanted a pool. They're so hard to keep clean. They're so hard to maintain. There's just a lot. And if you can't tell, leaves and pools don't mix. But I looked at a ton of different aquascape ecosystems this past week, and I've watched pretty much every swim pond video out there, and I think Bear deserves a big nice place to jump in and cool off. I'm just saying. I don't know. It'd be a big project, and maybe someday down the road. I'm not saying we need to do that right now, but those big recreation swim ponds they're set up to handle leaves, and they've got skimmer boxes, and they've got all the things and all the stuff and all the what's it's and the who's it's and everything you need. And I will say, it's been 1 year since we built, since I watched Brian and the guys from Team Aquascape build this tiny little recreation pond, tiny little koi pond. I love it. I'm out here every day. I watch the fish. I listen to the waterfall. Back during the winter, you guys saw we were setting up live streams. I was just set up a camera and do a live stream of the ducks and the geese playing in the water and stuff. And I don't know. It's addicting. I love it. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great day. And as always, we'll see you on the next video.